The movie begins with the escape of mutated lizards. Dr. Gisu is trying to use the animals to cure his sick daughter. The doctor killed his partner so that no one would stop him from injecting his daughter with an experimental serum. Suddenly, soldiers burst into the lab and prevent him from injecting Suyan. He explains that he conducted the experiment personally on himself, and when trying to prove it, he is shot. An earthquake begins, destroying the entire city. The city is replaced by a desert. Ji-won goes out hunting. When he sees a crocodile, he creates a fire arrow and kills the crocodile with just one shot. But after just a minute, the crocodile comes back to life and almost eats Ji-won. But Nam-sam comes to the rescue and they kill the crocodile together. Then they take the loot to the village. There, all the villagers are forced to drink dirty water because of the prolonged drought. Nam-sam sells the meat for the villagers' personal belongings. A woman offers expensive tamings, but Nam-sam refuses. No one needs tamings right now. Then Sun-na approaches them with her grandmother. At the beginning of the apocalypse, Nam-sam saved the girl. Their conversation is interrupted by a group of bandits. They want to find the man drawn on the sheet, so they take everyone who looks like him. The leader really likes Sun-na and wants to take her with him. Ji-won runs out of the crowd and stands up for the girl. But against a whole crowd of bandits, he didn't stand a chance. Nam-sam orders them to disperse, and since they won't listen to him, beats up each bandit. Nam-sam asks how they got clean water. The leader admits that there is a high-rise building with all the resources. Once the bandits leave, and Nam-sam sells all the meat. Ji-won is sure the bandits didn't lie, so he has to take a chance and try to find the apartment building. A little later, people dressed in clean and well-maintained clothes arrive in the village. The woman introduces herself as a teacher. There is a safe place in Seoul. They search the wastelands for families with children and offer to go to a safe place where there is clean water and food. This one seems very strange. Places like this should be attacked by bandits. The woman asks not to worry. They have armed guards made up of ex-military men. The girl asks to take Nam-sama and Ji-won. They are like family to her. One woman refuses. The grandmother accepts their invitation, and Ji-won promises that he'll find Sun-nam and gives her a hat as a farewell gift. Before going to bed, Ji-won suggests that Nam-sam marry the woman with the jewelry and adopt him. Then they'll be allowed into the safe zone. Meanwhile, the recruiters meet another squad of recruiters who were looking for a family in another part of the country. Sun-na meets another girl named Ju-ye. The journey to the safe zone proves to be too long, causing the old people to be unable to go any further. The woman offers to take them to the medical team, and the young ones continue on to the safe zone, after which the medics will bring the old men back to town. After only 10 minutes though, they arrive at the cars. Sun-nae finds this very strange, for why they sent the grandmother in a different direction when the cars were so close. The woman pretends she didn't know about it. As they approach the car, Sun-na notices a strange growth on the military man's neck. At this time, an elderly man is being killed, coincidentally noticed by Ji-won. The agents start firing their guns, but Nam-sam quickly kills them. But after just a second, the agents come back to life. Yoon-ho comes to the rescue, and they kill the agents together. She wants to save her people, who have been taken to a safe zone. At the beginning of the apocalypse, she was in the military. They were given orders to find survivors. One house was able to withstand the earthquake. There, they drilled a well to groundwater, but one day, one man, Young Gi-soo, came to them. He was the only doctor because of what he was very helpful. But after a while, children started disappearing. Her co-workers cooperated with Gi-soo and got new powers. She didn't want people's lives to be ruled by a mad scientist, so she ran away. After hearing the story, Nam-sam is determined to save Sun-na. The new tenants arrive at the apartment building. The doctor welcomes the newcomers and asks for water. Yoon-ho suggests a plan, but before they do, they must free her people. In the ruins of the building, two gangs fight against each other. At this commotion, Nam-sam arrives and asks for the ringleader to be summoned. Turns out he and the tiger were boxing rivals. The tiger orders his men to kill Nam-sam, but Nam-sam knocks out the tiger with just a couple of punches. Today, in the safe zone, Gi-soo announces the 4 families whose children got the best grades. Each family gets the best apartments and is released from work. The woman then asks all the students to move to the 8th floor and the parents to follow the military. Nam-sam gathers the bandits and asks where their water comes from. Anyone who doesn't want to answer gets a punch in the jaw, and then it's the tiger's turn. The people in the high-rise have a monopoly on all clean water. To get the water, the bandits bring them people. At first they took everyone, but now only children or teenagers. There's only one way to get to their base: arrive on the day of delivery. Dr. Gisu is told that the two new girls have excellent health, because of which they are suitable for the trials. In their first lesson, Sunna notices that the other students are staring at one point and have no emotion at all. Each student has a scar behind their ear, just like the sergeant. During lunch, everyone is given bottled water, and the teacher insists that they must drink a lot. Sunna decides not to drink the water. Then Gisu enters the class. He is very happy that the new girl is willing to help him in his research. He makes an appointment in 3 hours. Before the doctor leaves, he asks her to drink water again, and Sunna has to pretend to drink water. Afterwards, the doctor tests a new serum. The sergeant is concerned that his men haven't returned and offers to issue syringes to the military. But Gisu refuses. They don't have enough injections. Late at night, Sunna escapes. At the same time, parents begin to wonder where their children are. To calm the protesters, the doctor personally goes down to the basement and picks up the two protesters. Sunna noticed Gasu coming out of his office and took advantage of it. She finds out that they're experimenting on survivors. Ju is already hooked up to the equipment. Apparently her parents didn't particularly like the treatment techniques and ripped out the syringe. Ju instantly gets sick and dies. Sunna was watching, and she was unlucky because the doctor noticed her. After connecting to the equipment, Gisu explains that people her age have an essential component, which is activated by water. Nam-sam and his men arrive at the apartment building. The guard notices that there is no delivery today, so Nam-sam has to break through the gate and drive straight into the house. Tiger runs to hide while Nam-sam pulls out a gun and starts shooting. After they break into the castle, Yoon-ho finds his men. But by this time, they've become crazy lizards. At first, Yoon-ho can't help but attack his former co-workers, but he still helps Nam-sam. Gisu is willing to let them live if they leave now. The trio makes their way to the upper floors. The military is much larger than they expected. Nam-sam asks to find the girl while he restrains the military. And surprisingly, even the genetically modified soldiers couldn't stop the big guy. Nam-sam then frees the parents. At this time, Yoon-ho meets a sergeant who, thanks to a new serum, surpasses the strength of ordinary people and throws Yoon-ho out into the street. On the top floor, Ji-won finds the classroom and takes the teacher to show her where the lab is. A sergeant was waiting for them at the elevator, but the guy is lucky they were also found by Nam-sam and attacks the sergeant. In the lab, Gisu injects the new serum and instantly feels nauseous since San-na didn't drink any water. Gi-won runs into the lab and doesn't notice the military man behind him. At this time, Nam-sam decapitates the enemy. He then bursts into the lab, takes away the gun, and eliminates the teacher. As soon as the residents notice the doctor and beat him up, Gisu's face begins to change, and he grabs his rifle in a rage and opens fire. Nam-sam runs in and shoots Gisu in the head. The movie ends with the scene where Blow takes Sunna to his grandmother's grave. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your comment. See you very soon. Bye.